Hello students, welcome back to our tutorial. So today we will be doing Act 1 complete summary. Here we will discuss each of the scenes briefly, discussing their ending and their beginning. So let's get started with Act 1. Act 1, Scene 1, we see that the three witches meet for the first time. This scene takes place on a barren land which they refer as heath. We come across the two spirit animals, that is Paddock and Graymalkin. Paddock is a frog and Graymalkin is a cat. The work of these spirit animals is to assist their masters in their witchcraft or their magic. This scene ends with the third witch saying, "Fair is foul and foul is fair, hover through the fog and fill the air." Now this line has a very important significance upon the whole act. Now, fair is foul. What seems fair or what will actually be correct will seem wrong, and what will actually be wrong seem correct in the eyes of the people, vice versa, which will be seen everywhere as she says that hover, that will be surrounding everywhere upon the fog and fill the air. So this line creates a tone for the rest of the play, creating a suspense for the rest of the play and keep the audience intact. Act 1, Scene 2. King Duncan's army defeat the rebels. So this scene takes place on a battlefield where Duncan's army, led by Macbeth, is fighting against the rebel forces of MacDonald. In the opening of this scene, we see a sergeant reports to King Duncan about the battle. He informs that Macbeth and Banquo, the two nobles of Scotland, have fought bravely and defeated rebel forces. The rebel forces were, of course, MacDonald, who was backed by Cawdor. He describes Macbeth's valor and courage and his skills, how he sliced his opponent from navel to the jaw. This scene ends with Duncan praising Macbeth for his loyalty and strength. He looks forward in meeting and rewarding them personally. Act 1, Scene 3. Macbeth and Banquo encounters the witches. So again this scene takes place on a heath, which is a barren land, and Banquo and Macbeth encounter the three witches while returning from the battlefield. The three witches foretell or make prophecies about Macbeth. First witch says he is actually Thane of Glamis. Second, he is Thane of Cawdor. And third, he will be future king. The witches also foretell about Banquo, saying he will have nothing but his next generations, or his son will be king or queen. And this scene ends with the witches vanishing, leaving behind Macbeth and Banquo intrigued and confused. Act 1, Scene 4. King Duncan names Malcolm as his successor. This scene takes place at Duncan's palace. King Duncan thanks Macbeth for his bravery and also rewards him with the title of Cawdor, besides giving his elder son Malcolm the throne of Scotland. And Duncan also announces that he will visit Macbeth's castle. Now, this scene ends with the famous line of Macbeth saying that, "Stars hide your fire, let not light see my black and deep desire." Now this indicates how strong and growing desires of Macbeth's are, how ambitious he is towards becoming the King of Scotland, as Malcolm's get the throne of Scotland. Act 1, Scene 5. Lady Macbeth reads the letter of Macbeth. This scene again takes place at Lady Macbeth's palace or Macbeth's palace. Lady Macbeth is seen excited and ambitious for her husband to become king. She also fears Macbeth to be too gentle and kind to get to his ambition. This scene ends with Lady Macbeth saying that, "Come you spirits, tend to moral thoughts, unsex me here, and fill me from crown to the toe top full of direst cruelty." She wanted the witches to unsex her and give her male characteristics, make her bold and filled with cruelty from top to the toe. Now by this we see a very cruel picture of Lady Macbeth. It also shows her determination to push Macbeth towards committing the crime. Act 1, Scene 6. King Duncan arrives at Macbeth's castle along with his two sons, Malcolm and Donalbain, other attendants, Fleance, son of Banquo, and Banquo himself. So this scene takes place at Macbeth's castle, and Lady Macbeth serves and manipulates King Duncan. Lady Macbeth makes Duncan feel safe and secure and at the same time very comfortable at his place. This scene ends with Duncan saying that the castle hath a pleasing seat, the air is nimbly sweet, recommends itself unto our gentle senses. Now, Duncan in this scene praises Macbeth's castle, its peaceful surrounding, being unaware of the danger that is posing to him. Act 1, Scene 7. Macbeth soliloquy about killing King Duncan. Now, this scene takes place at Macbeth's castle. Macbeth and Lady Macbeth discuss the plans to kill Duncan. Macbeth constantly fights within himself with his mental strength and his moral principles towards his ambition to become king. Lady Macbeth manipulates and controls Macbeth's thought. She encourages Macbeth, questions his masculinity, reminds him of his ambition, and this scene ends with Macbeth saying that he is settled. I am settled, and bend up each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Macbeth is now convinced towards committing his crime. He has again gained confidence and resolved to murder King Duncan, applying all his body's strength towards this cruel crime. So that's it. Thank you.